great. Your families are doing awesome as well. If you're new to my channel, most welcome. Hi, I am Tishika and I'm a tarot card reader and a spiritual worker. So in today's video, I guess you guys must have read the title already. This is something that I have been wanting to do since a long period of time, and this is some sort of video that is connected to myself. Like, I would definitely love to do this. So I am having this Q&A questions right in my hand. Yes, you heard it right. We are doing a spiritual Q&A. So I have selected a lot of questions, not exactly a lot because I don't want this video to stretch a lot and bore you guys. So I have selected the most asked questions to me that I have been wanting to answer since a long time, but I was not getting time to shoot this video. But today finally I have got this time to shoot this video and share the answers with you guys. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like this video as well. And I hope everybody gets their answers. So without any further ado, let's start with the Q&A. The first question that I came across is, tell us something we should add into our lifestyle to attract positivity and positive vibes and also release the negative people from ourselves, right? So one thing I would simply say or suggest for the question is, stop prioritizing people over yourself. Stop prioritizing their soul over yours. Okay, I have, you guys must be wondering that this is something everybody says, right? But I would say self-love is not something just pampering yourself, going to salons, expensive salons, restaurants, or spending thousands of rupees over your clothing. That is not, I would count as self-love, and that is actually not counted as self-love. Self-love is something when it comes to your self-esteem, you worth it. You genuinely worth your self-esteem or your opinions, your decisions over others. That is something I would suggest that you should include into your lifestyles, so that you can get into that positive zone, that positivity, and get out of that chaotic lifestyle, right? So this is something I would suggest. And for the negative people, how to remove them from your lifestyle, I would say stop feeding their energies. Okay, you do not have to feed everybody. You are not supposed to entertain everybody into your life. Not everybody is there to be into your life or makes a purpose or makes you fulfill your life purpose. So you do not have to feed their energy, or do not have to get into that zone that yes, I should do this for them or do that for them. It's not something you need to do in your lifestyle. Okay, so these are the two things that I would suggest you to attract positivity and release the negative people. The second question that I came across is how to refresh or release our soul from negative things and guilt into your lifestyle, right? So I would say stop being into the zone that I am the person who has hurt everybody. It's not always you. It's the situation that hurt people around you. Okay, so to release that guilt from your life or from your situation or from your mindset, I would say just remember to have closures. Okay, whenever you are ending something or something is getting ended on any note, be it a negative one, be it a toxic note, you need to understand that you need to have a closure. Okay, because closures are very important when it comes to ending something. 90% of the people do not have any closure when it comes to their relationships or something, and that's the only reason that they have that guilt inside their hearts and they're not able to fully release that pain from their heart. Okay, so the third question that I came across is something I have a personal connect with. Is tarot 100% accurate? How much trust should we have on it? Okay, so tarot is something that connected me to spirituality. For the first time ever, I connected with something which is genuinely so spiritual, and this definitely gave my life a 360-degree turn. Okay, so coming to the accuracy of cards, I would simply say tarot is not for answering your specific question. Tarot is there for guidances. Tarot is there for something to guide you to the right path. Whenever you are on the wrong track, tarot will help you to find the right side of yourself, to find the higher self of yours. So coming to the accuracy, if I say, tarot is not always 100% accurate because it's not something scientific. It's not having any scientific reasoning. Yes, tarot is a mythological science, but it's not having any scientific reasoning. So I would simply say that tarot is not always 100% accurate, but yes, it's something that we can connect with, that we can resonate with for sure in 100% terms. Okay, tarot is something that can genuinely connect into our lives, that can help us gain insights of what's going to happen next. It's not about future. Tarot never gives you answers for 10 years later. Okay, or even if it does, it will not be 100% accurate. I'm saying it myself because tarot is something that works on the present energies. That's why tarot is always changing. So the fourth question is how to journal every day. Okay, so talking about myself, I am not a journal person for every day. Yes, I do journal, but not on everyday basis. It's not something that you need to have 100% in your to-do list. Okay, you need to journal when you feel like doing it. Okay, journaling is not something I would say ki you have to do on regular basis, just like you do your homework. That you have to do it no matter you have the choice of it or not. It's not something like that. Journaling is done with faith. Journaling is done with your heart in it. Okay, whenever I am writing something, I need to have my faith in it. I need to have my heart in it. Then only I will be able to write something that I'm feeling. Okay, so it's not always mandatory to journal every day. But if in case still you want to journal every day, just set up a routine of yours. Like take out 1 or 2 hours for yourself where you are having your me time. Okay, then take out 10 to 15 minutes or max to max 20 minutes for yourself. Take a notebook, start writing anything. Like it's like writing a letter to your friend. Okay, journaling is your friend. Like talking to your diary is your friend. Okay, diary is your friend. So start with dear diary or something, whatever feels connected to you. I prefer dear diary because I feel that I'm talking to that specific notebook because I like talking to it. And whenever I am into that journaling phase, even if I have to write 2 things, I will be writing 10 things because that comes from within. That comes from to the fifth question. How can we do reading for ourselves, or can we do readings for ourselves? Okay, so tarot, you can. I don't feel like doing reading for ourselves. I personally don't do readings for myself. This is a misconception in everybody's mind that if she's a tarot reader, she can read for herself. I do not do it. I either ask my friends or just go to another reader or someone like who is into readings. Okay, I ask them to read for me because there is a specific reason. First is it's your craft and you need to respect it. It's not something you have to use for your own selfish purpose. It's not selfish purpose, but it's not something you need to use for your own selves. Tarot is a medium to help people, and you need to keep this in your mind that tarot is something that will require energy work for people. Okay, coming to the question that can we read for ourselves, yes, you can read for ourselves. This is not written into a rule book that you cannot use your cards for yourself. But the reason that we don't read for ourselves is, for example, if I am asking a question from my cards, that for what I need my answer to be yes. For example, if I'm asking a question into yes no, that will this specific situation happen or not, and I want my answer in yes. And so what will happen is my cards will catch my energies, and they are a friend to me, so they can either get biased as well, that she's our owner or she's our friend, so we should give her the answer she is waiting for. So I can surely get a yes, no matter if it's genuinely a yes. Okay, so this is the main reason I don't read cards for myself. And the second reason that comes is, whenever you will pull out cards for yourself for something that you want a detailed question or a detailed guidance as well, for example your love life, your career, whatever it is, you want a detailed guidance for it, you will pull out cards. And what happens with me is, like if you are a reader, you can definitely relate with me, and if you're not, or you are supposed to be a reader in future, then you will resonate with this in the near future when you will be reading cards for yourself. Whenever I pull out cards for myself, I go blank. Like, I genuinely go blank. I do not get answers for myself. I just simply feel nothing. I'm like, what should I get out of this? What should I get as a meaning from these cards? So I simply get blank, and this is the reason people do not prefer reading for themselves. So the next question was how to let go fully, especially when we overthink a lot. So letting go doesn't means that you have to simply vanish it or take a vacuum cleaner and just suck that thought from your mind. It's not something like that. This is also a misconception in everybody's mind that we need to let go like this. It's not something like that. Let go means that you keep having the thought in your mind, like this situation do exist in my life, but that situation should not have an impact on the decisions you are making in your life. So, how to let go fully? I would simply say that understand what that situation is giving you, what that situation have for you in itself. Okay, is it worth overthinking about the situation? What that specific situation is having in our life, what impact will it have into our life when we overthink about it? So this is something you need to keep in your mind when you are specifically giving your energy into it. So when I say that we are overthinking, you are knowingly or unknowingly you are giving efforts to that situation, or you are giving in your energy to that situation. So remember, is it worth thinking about? This is the statement I would suggest when it comes to overthinking. So the seventh question I have is, does spell remains effective for a longer period of time, or is one spell enough for one problem? So these are two separate questions, so I will answer them one by one. So the first question is, does spell remains effective for a long period of time? Yes, it does, but depends or varies upon situations. Sometimes it happens, what happens is that that specific situation requires healing and spell both. Okay, so spell is something, let me just clear out the differentiation between both of them. Spell is something that is used to shift in the energies, and healing is something that we simply say that to heal a situation. So some of the situations require both of them. So what happens is, whenever we cast a spell for it and we avoid casting a healing for it, what happens is that the spell works for a month or two and then it slow downs the impact, and that at that point of time it is genuinely requiring the healing procedure, but we do not get into that healing zone, and the situation comes back to the same thing and gets reversed. And this is the thing what happens in some situations, but in most of the cases spell works for a longer period of time or for permanent purposes. Okay, but not in a situation where there is third party involved. Like for example, if there is a third party, you need to get it checked always, that is that person only is the third party or you are the third party. Like sometimes what happens is a specific person comes to me and says that we are having a third party into our relationship, and that person is getting involved more than me. So you need to get it checked before getting a spell or healing done, that if that person is not genuinely meant to be with your partner, because in some cases that person is meant to be with your partner and you are considered the third party. So you need to understand the difference and you need to get a reading done before getting into that. So the second question in the same one is spell is one spell enough for one problem? As I said before, that some spells require one spell and a few days of healings. The minimum days I cast a healing is for 7 days, the minimum time period, and the maximum it goes is 21 days. So it varies from the situation. When one specific spell is not being enough for the situation, you can either go for healings, but you can only get a single spell casted for one specific situations, because getting a spell casted again and again, specifically spell, I'm not talking about healings, getting spell casted for the same situation and again and again won't help anybody. So go for healings instead once you're done with the spell. The eighth question that I came up is, karmic relationships end होने के बाद क्या होता है? Okay, so karmic relationships I have shared in my past videos where I talked about the divine connections. If you haven't seen it, definitely go to my channel and definitely check out that video. That will help you a lot to gain insights about what kind of connections are there, divine connections are there in the whole universe. There are a lot of connections, but these are the three main connections that are considered most of the times or talked about most of the times. Okay, so coming back to the question ki what happens after the karmic cycle is ended. So karmic cycles are meant to happen into your life to bring in change, to transform you. So a major transformation definitely happens into your life when you get out of that karmic zone. Okay, when you get out of that karmic cycle, you see a new yourself, a new self of yours. This is something which happens on a major note when you come out of karmic cycle. Secondly, you will understand the lesson that was meant to be understood by you when you are into that connection, be it valuing yourself, be it prioritizing yourself, be it like you do not have to trust everybody so blindly. It could be anything, it could be any cycle. Basically, karmic cycles come to your life to clear your past records of the karmas. Okay, so to clear your past records of the karmas, this is the main reason that karmic cycle comes to your life. The lesson thing is the second most thing that comes to your situation when it's about the karmic cycle. Okay, so these are the two things: transformation and major lesson understanding. These are the two things that majorly happens into your life when you are getting out of a karmic cycle or you are out of it already. Coming to the last question, last but not the least, why does cord cutting does not work sometime? This is the question that I have been asked a lot of times, even in my DMs whenever I conversate with my clients as well. So cord cutting, the best part about cord cutting is it never cuts the positive cords. If I am doing a cord cutting with specific somebody, it will not cut my positive cords with them. It will just remove that negativity and release that negative connection. So in case if I'm just having a bond with that person on a negative note, at that point of time the whole connection will be ended. And if in case I am having some specific positive bonds as well with that person, then only those negative chords will be released and the positive ones will remain there only. So when it comes to cord cutting, it's very specific. You need to be very specific that why do you need to get a cord cutting done. If you want to get that connection ended, no matter if you are having a positive note as well, then cord cutting is not something that you should have on your mind to get it done. Okay, so why does not cord cutting works every time? This is the first reason. Second one is sometimes what happens is we have a few karmas to clear out with that specific person I am getting the cord cutting done for. Okay, so we have that specific karmas that are still to be released. In that case, cord cutting will not be done completely, because until or unless I have those karmas cleared, which are definitely sent to me by the universe, how can I go against it, right? So this is the whole thing. This is the whole reason why cord cutting does not works on every single timing. Okay, so I hope I have cleared all of your doubts. Almost all I have covered, which are the questions that were asked to me more oftenly, like many a times. Okay, so I hope this Q&A helped you guys a lot. If it did, don't forget to like this video and do subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to connect with me on my Instagram if you want a personal reading. I will be linking it in the description below. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I am going to give the Instagram page right here. And if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.